Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. It's me, Danny. We'll be very stern in this video, because it's a very serious topic. You understand me? What are we talking about? Because I kind of forgot. What's the name of this project? Gray Eyes. Oh, I was being subliminal with my... Sorry, I'm talking to myself right now. Anyway, it's not a serious topic. It's a great day. It's going to be a great video, because we're talking about a few figures, one of them very near and dear to me for a reason that I'll get to later. But most importantly, we're talking about GMK Godzilla, also known as Godzilla 2001. Phantom Godzilla, if you will, since he's technically somewhat of a ghost. But, you know, do as you say, or think as you do, you know. So off the bat, we're looking at the NECA figure, which is not my favorite rendition, but it's not a bad one. It just has a very bad case of hunchback, and I don't know if that's just my luck with these figures. More on that in a second. But I've seen some other people, they've had their 2001 Godzillas be more straight up, a little bit more straight. But mine's just very hunched, and I don't know why. But he's also very dusty. So we're going to take a look at my knuckles for a little while. Let's just take a look at them and how they're all messed up. Just kidding. We're gonna dust him off just a little bit, not too much dusting, but he's not too dirty. And there's the other variant. That's the heat ray version, also known as the Godzilla that ate blue paint, because that's really what it looks like. I'm not the biggest fan of the blue highlight. I know what they were going for, but it really just looks like blue paint splotched on. I know if you put in certain lighting with the breath effect, there's a breath effect. Maybe it looks a bit better, but just not something that I was really digging or that into. But still pretty cool, you know, to have. But again, it has the hunchback, and that's the thing I was saying earlier. Like, maybe it's just my luck with these guys. Or NECA knew which ones I was buying and said, that guy, give him the hunchback ones. That's what he deserves. That's how much he means to us. Give him those. Because my goodness. I think I also bought one of these, like, from Target's website. It might have been this guy, and it was broke outside the box. Like, as in, open it, and as soon as I pulled it out of the box, it was broken. So I had to return it. That's, no, it was, I think it was really loose in the leg. Like, severely loose leg that he couldn't even stand up. So, shout out to Target for giving me a refund. Jesus Christ, look at this thing. This is an OG. This is from the first wave of the Bandai America. Bandai Creations. Like, I say both every time I say it. Look at them spines. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can tell this is a... Like, this doesn't even look like a GMK body. This looks like a... This looks like 1995 Godzilla, almost. But with GMK head and God knows what kind of dorsal plates those are. But, like, those dorsal plates look like some kid drew them. And they were like, alright, sculpt them. Put them on our figure. So, Bandai Creations, they did a bit better. Even in their first wave, they had some good ones. This is not one of them, though. This is, oh my god. Like, the head's not too bad. But everything else is just, oof. If this was your first Godzilla figure, as a kid, you might have been fine. But, like we're nearing Playmates Wave 1 levels of terrible. Maybe not that bad. At least this guy has some detail on him and some good paint. Playmates just dipped theirs in clear coat and forgot how to add details and just smooth figures. That's what they wanted. Smooth. Perfect. No wrinkles. Look at this comparison. Definitely go looking for the NECA figure here. Who's this little guy? This guy is from the Pack of Destruction. I believe that's what it is, because there was two. There's City Destruction, Battle. Well, obviously he's from the one that had the city. I forget the names because it was so many years ago, but I had both. You guys already knew I had the Pack of Destruction, the Battle Pack, the fucking one with all the monsters with no city. That one's like Pack of Destruction, maybe. I forget what the City Crumble set, whatever the fuck. Okay, Captain Crunch set. Whichever. The one with the city parts is this one. And yes, I still have the buildings. I just don't have the bridge that collapsed. and the little vehicles that came with it, which is sad. I wish I kept those. I did not, because I was a dumb kid and I didn't know that I was going to take this stuff seriously when I was older. That's how bad my future insight is. But maybe if I really wanted to, I could probably find it on eBay and pay $3,000 for it. Or I could just live without it. He has some brown shit stain on there. I don't know. That could have been for me when I was a kid. Maybe I dipped him in my spaghetti or something. But yeah, that's a great figure. I lost my train of thought. We're just moving right on. So this guy right here, we have to talk about him. And we're looking at his eyes right now. I know I'm not zoomed in all the way, but we're looking at his head. If you look closely at his eyes, he has like you can barely see it anymore because I did a decent job of getting it off. But he had like some black marks on there from a Sharpie because I had this when I was a kid. And I did not like the design of GMK Godzilla. I wanted Godzilla with pupils. I don't know why it bothered me so much as a kid. But I'm glad I was able to fix it because this guy is, I believe, the 10-inch even? Not the 8-inch. He's 10-inch. Godzilla 2001. Looks fantastic. And it is my first ever Godzilla figure. That is right. My uncle from Japan, I don't know what my family told him. Maybe they told him at the time I had watched Godzilla vs. Destroya and Godzilla 2000, and my life had changed forever. And they were like, hey, you're stationed out in Japan, because he was in the army. You know, he likes Godzilla, and he was like, I got him. And I remember opening up the box. They're like, hey, this is from, you know, your uncle. I opened the box, and it's filled with packing peanuts, and I'm like, cool, packing peanuts. I'll choke on them. And they're like, no. Reach inside. Could have been a spider. They could have played a prank on me and scarred me for life. They didn't. I reached inside the box of peanuts, and this tail popped up. It's the tip of his tail. And I immediately knew, like, holy shit, this is happening. I didn't say that because swearing is bad, especially when you're a kid. But I said, holy guacamole, this is happening. And I pulled out that figure. And you bet your ass, I ripped the tag off and threw it away because no one at my age cared about tags. Look at all that dust, though. That's how old this figure is. There's so much dust. There still is so much dust. This figure is the ground zero of my allergy problem, probably. But I'm so glad I kept him. Holds a special place in my heart. Great figure, too, again. It just looks fantastic. Bandai used to do a fantastic job back in the day. And, yeah, I just love this figure. And it means a lot to me. Because it is, you never forget your first. That's what they say. And that goes for action figures, too. Not just lovers. Only you probably really like your first action figure. And, we'll change subject here. Anyway. There's two of them on screen. That's because the same exact uncle, years, decades even later, I went to his house. We're going through some of his stuff, and he had another one. And he's like, oh yeah, you can have it. It was taken apart too, so I had to put them back together. It's not a model kit, obviously. It was just, for some reason, I don't know, maybe for transport reasons, he disassembled some of the parts. I found them, put them back together. Now I have two GMK Godzillas. And if you look at them, it could just be the fading or something. I don't think there's two different versions of this, but like the one he gave me, the newest one, quotes around the word new, has like a lighter gray paint on it. So, but that's it. Those are all my GMK Godzillas. The design has grown on me. Like as a kid, I didn't like it. I didn't like the gray eyes, but it's grown on me. It's still not one of my favorites though. But that figure means a lot. It's my first figure. And there's some really good stuff there, except for the Bandai creations. That we can all admit, that one's fucking bad. Alright? I don't want to hear any debating. No one's defending that, okay? Just putting it out there. Looks like the 1950, they were 3/4 of the way done making a 1955 Godzilla figure, and someone sneezed, and they had an epiphany and changed their whole outlook on the sculpt. They're like, we need to do 2001. And they went that way. So, yeah. Anyway, everything else is good. So, donate your pack of Destruction City Crumble Captain Crunch sets to me so I can have the collapsing bridge. And I will give back to you a very well-written thank you note. That is no more than 3 sentences. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. If you want to reach out to me on Instagram, it's all down in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the other GMK monsters, Mothra, Baragon, and the three-headed lizard. So stay tuned for that. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all take care, and I'll see you all next time.